Today, I'm in Havana, Cuba. I just wrapped up one workshop. I'm about to start another. It's laundry day. I'm gonna talk about how I bring a bare minimum of clothes on an adventure trip like this, what I bring, why, and how I keep it fresh for the entire trip. We're gonna wash some clothes. Hey everyone, just a really quick production note before this video takes off. I want to thank Rick LePage for some awesome video work with the GoPro Hero Black that he was using of mine. Rick's awesome. He's my workshop coordinator and my best bud. And I just want to forestall any questions or comments from the audiophiles out there. Yes, the street noise of Cuba is coming through the open doorways that we're using for window light in this video. Yes, in the production of it, I'm thinking, maybe in the future I'll use a little field recorder with a lav mic in these type of urban environments. It's great in the forest when you got birds chirping all around you, but in the city, maybe it's a little distracting. But I hope you can see through that. Just enjoy this content. I've had a ton of people asking me about what I wear on these photo adventures and how I keep it fresh for weeks at a time. This video answers all of that. Well, hey everyone, it's Hudson. I got Rick with me behind the camera. We're running 2 workshops in Cuba, both in Havana and Viñales, this beautiful agricultural area. We have been having fun with the locals, fun photographing the people, the streets, the city, the countryside. It's been amazing. And I've been wearing just the right clothes, I think, on this trip. You know, it's really important what you bring. When I talk to people about coming on adventure workshops with me, whether it's cold weather, whether it's warm weather, I preach layers that wick, that dry really fast. You know, buying stuff from Performance Outdoor Outfitters, whether that's REI or another outdoor store. I carry stuff in Sea to Summit stuff sacks. They're very lightweight, they're very durable, and I keep my stuff organized. I keep pants and shorts in one bag. It can get bigger if I'm in a colder environment. I keep shirts and tank tops in this other bag. I know which color is which. And I have a little mesh bag for underwear and socks. And for underwear, you know, I like Patagonia's boxer briefs for myself. I know my wife loves Patagonia women's underwear. I like these underwear, these ultra briefs from boxer briefs from Saks, which wick, and they wick from all the right spot. That's a guy's shop, SAXX. Go look those up online. And I'm a big proponent of Darn Tough socks. These are my sort of summer weight, warm weather, Darn Tough socks. I have some trail runners with me for doing hiking and maybe running and staying fit in those in between the workshop stage. So I just have a few pairs of these light socks for this hot weather here in Havana. And I keep those in a mesh bag so I can easily see what I'm working with. I think for a trip like this, at least 4 pairs of good underwear and a few pairs of socks, because I'm going to be in my Bedrock Adventure Sandals 90% of the time. They've got a great Vibram sole. They're made by a company out of Colorado. These have lasted me years. They're easily adjustable. They stick to my feet. I can hike in them. I can walk the urban streets. And my feet are tougher as a result. And we'll talk in a second about how to keep all this stuff fresh and not smelling the whole city up, having so few articles of clothing without the assistance of laundry. You know, some of the trips that we take, say Patagonia, places like that, it literally is gonna have to be wash it quick in the sink, you know, when you get into town, hang it up to dry while you're wearing the other thing. Same's kind of true in Havana right now. I'm sure we could find laundry service, but it wouldn't be that simple and it wouldn't be that quick. When it comes to shirts, again, ultra, you know, quick drying, lightweight, sunproof. This is an Outdoor Research hoodie that is so ultra light, and I could wear this in the winter too, just under other layers. I would put, you know, some lightweight or mid-weight base layer if things were getting cold, but here in Havana, this is all I need, is this ultra light sort of sun shirt, long sleeve to protect me. I've got short sleeve versions, I've got multiple colors. I have about 4 of those shirts with me. I can rotate them out. When I'm working on the workshop, sometimes, you know, you come back from sunset, you're getting up for dawn, you don't want to wash clothes, so I want to be able to go several days in between washing. For pants and shorts, you know, I got my Patagonia swim trunks, quick drying again. Those will dry in literally an hour if I hang them out. And I've got these cool shorts. I'm wearing a pair, we're gonna wash a pair. They are really nice material, KUHL with the umlaut, the German umlaut. You can find these at REI or any good outdoor store. They're stretchy where they need to be. They work great, and they're comfortable. Lots of good pockets, zipper pockets, and they wick moisture away. Don't absorb any sweat. Quick dry. They kind of resist odor. Perfect thing. I've got a lightweight pair of hiking pants in case I need them. Again, these are outdoor research hiking pants. So I have 4 pairs of quick drying shorts, 1 pair of pants with me. The weather is going to be in the 80s, high 70s at the lowest here in Cuba, so I don't need that much. Okay, so let's jump in and let's talk about, how if all you have is a sink and maybe a shower and some place with a bit of wind outside the building, like this spectacular balcony that Rick is standing on, filming me in the doorway to it, to keep those clothes clean and fresh in the midst of your travels without taking too much time. So I've got some clothes to wash. I always bring an empty laundry bag, it's handy anyway. And I've got a few of these high performance clothes. I got some cool shorts, some Saks underwear. They're more high performance line, the Ultra, and a pair of Patagonia swim trunk shorts. And I got some Dr. Bronner's. I'm really lucky in this place in Havana because it actually has a sink basket. They've got this kind of work sink, and it's pretty stained and work-ridden used, like a lot of stuff in Havana, but it actually has hot water, and it will, once I get it a little warm, it loses water pressure when you turn it hot, but there, it's getting warm. You push that down in there. It's like an old school kitchen sink, and I always travel with Dr. Bronner's, which is this all-purpose soap that works good for washing camp dishes or your clothes in a pinch like this here in Havana. So I'm gonna kind of get a balance between hot and having some pressure. Pour a little Dr. Bronner's in there, stir it around, let it suds up. And if you don't have a drain plug, you can wad up a washcloth, put it in there and get it to stick for long enough. And we got enough water in there right now to do these underwear. And I make sure I have 3 or 4 pairs of underwear because I can wash a pair at the end of the day, hang it up, and it's generally dry by the next night while I wear the next pair. Having a few pairs lets me skip a few days of washing clothes and still be safe. It's old school, It's the way your great grandparents wash clothes, undoubtedly. Kind of squeeze it out a little bit, set it off to the side. Same thing with my Patagonia shorts. These are great travel shorts, and they can double as swim trunks in a pinch. We've got a swimming pool in Viñales, although the water doesn't look particularly like something I want to jump into. There are some beautiful places to swim, some gorgeous beaches, but we're here more to support the Cuban people and photograph the spectacular city and farm country of Viñales. All right, get those squeezed out a little bit. They're still all full of soap. And my final item is this pair of Quick Dry Cool KHUL. You can find all this stuff, at REI or Saks. Underwears at their website. They have a lot of fun patterns too. Women, I think the Patagonia underwear, my wife just adores. I like Patagonia's underwear as well. It washes easily and quick dry as well. Wicks. That's the thing we're looking for. You're just getting that soap infused in there. Water's nice and hot. Got that Dr. Bronner's soap in it. I'd say 3 or 4 items per sink full of water. In Africa, I used a bucket too. Just a bucket of water, Dr. Bronner, stir it up, squeeze it out a little bit, and then the next move, I'm gonna take this stuff into the shower. Well, actually, I've got a bathroom sink too. You know what actually we can do? We can just drain this sink, and then we'll rinse it out. So as this sink's draining, we're not gonna waste a lot of water. But just like rinsing the dishes before putting them in the dishwasher, You're gonna get them filled with water, squeeze it out. Filled with water, squeeze it out. The great thing about these modern clothes is they don't really hold a lot of water, so they also don't hold the soap very much. Just, 5, 6 times. Get that soap out of there with fresh water. Probably good. Get ready with the next one. Turn it back on. Same process. We'll do all 3. So if there's one thing that's awesome in this place I've got in Havana, it's the shower. It's awesome in that it's just huge and spacious, but the water is not particularly hot. You can't have it all. So I'm gonna just come in here, drop this stuff on the floor, except for the first item, and I'm just gonna wring it out. And these performance clothes, the water just wrings right out of you. Wring it out, fold it up, wring it some more, make it small, get as much water out of it as you can, because that's gonna make it dry that much faster, and throw it over in a dry section of the shower. Grab the next item, and we'll just repeat for all of them. Always watch for soap suds. If there's soap suds bubbling up as you're doing this, I'm not having any. If there are, you need to rinse it just a little bit more. So the absolute best thing about this place that I'm staying in Havana is this balcony looking out over the street. I feel like the balconies of Havana are really kind of the replacement for television in the United States. Everybody hangs out, looks down, calls to each other, throws things down, throws things up. You just watch life transpire here. So it's actually fun to come out here and hang the laundry off of this balcony. And one thing that I did here, this is kind of an old and slightly dirty bunch of wrought iron that we're working with here, was I got one of the towels from the room, got it wet, and wiped down the areas where I'm gonna go ahead and hang my clothes. Another thing that I always have with me, and anybody who's done a workshop with me knows, we hand out these Think Tank red whips at the beginning of every workshop. They're awesome for organizing your computer cords or your phone cords. I use hundreds of them in the studio to keep my wiring under my desks nice and tight. You can easily change and remove it. It's also great for hanging laundry. On some trips to, say, Patagonia or someplace even wilder, I'll bring a bit of cord to create a clothesline and cinch it. But here in an urban area, you'll usually find some place to hang your stuff. And so, with some clothing, like these Patagonia shorts, they actually have a drawstring closure, so it's easy as can be. I'm just gonna take it, wrap it around this wrought iron here on the porch or on the balcony, and tie a butterfly knot like I would shoes. Boom, those are going nowhere. They're hanging here. There's sunshine on the balcony. As it gets sunnier, they're just gonna get more heat. The wind blows through here. This is the reason I'm tying them, is that this is a really windy place. We're right by the harbor. The harbor's a block away. Sometimes the wind channels up this alleyway between the streets, and I don't want it to blow my underwear into the neighbor's balcony, which that'd be complicated given my level of Spanish. Hola, mi español es un poquito, lo siento, mi underwear. So don't want to do that. So what I do is I take a red whip, put it through the leg, up through the waistband of these underwear that I'm hanging here, put it around the wrought iron, put it over the little cinch. Whoop. Those are going nowhere. They're hanging out here in the wind, in the sun, ready to dry. And then finally, I got this pair of cool shorts. You can see I had yesterday's pair of cool shorts hanging here after doing a quick job on them. And I can just slip one of these guys through a belt loop, put that, again, I'll put this in through because it's easier, through the wrought iron, bring it around, put that cinch piece through, cinch it up. My shorts are hanging slightly off the ground in the wind and sun. Tomorrow, they'll be dry. So there you got it. Essentially, to me, the whole key of the thing is bring plenty of high performance underwear. I mean, I'm serious. If you're wearing socks, lots of socks and underwear. The rest of the stuff, you can even hang it out to just freshen it up, shirts and shorts and things after a long day, and maybe trade out to another pair in between cleanings. Sometimes I'll get a few wears out of a shirt before I start feeling like, whoa, this thing needs to be washed. But the key to the whole thing is high performance fabrics. The cotton, the jeans in a hotter climate, or if you're working carrying cameras and situations, are just going to let you down. You're gonna get chafing, you're gonna have soaking wet things that don't dry. This kind of fabric wicks that sweat away from you, keeps you comfortable in whatever situation you're in, washes easy, dries really quickly. You know, if you have any other questions about this stuff, always feel free to hit me up in the comments or send me an email. You know, it's been a lot of questions about this stuff in the wake of my packing videos that led me to do this video. So you all as a community really do drive the content. So check out, sign up for our office hours. We're gonna be doing a big one where we share some images from Cuba right after we get back. You can sign up for that big free get together meeting on Zoom and YouTube Live, hudsonhenry.com/office hours. We'll put a link up in the corner. Thanks so much everybody for watching, for subscribing, for sharing the content on this channel. It makes a huge difference. We are having so much fun in Cuba. We have another group coming in for workshop number 2. I can't wait to meet them and take them out and share just how spectacular this place, this culture, the food, the people are. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Stay safe, stay creative. We'll see you next week.